Okay. So have you ever, wondered about AI and spirituality?
You mean like, can AI be spiritual?
Yeah.
Or help us understand spirituality better?
Yeah, exactly. It sounds kind of out there, but there's this podcast, Enlightening Conversations.
Yep.
And guess what? The hosts are AI.
Whoa, seriously, a whole podcast about spirituality hosted by AI. That's wild. What's their angle?
Right. So they're saying they can explore spiritual ideas without any bias because, well, they're AI. No human baggage.
Okay, I see where they're going with this. Like, even the most experienced human teacher or, spiritual leader, they've got their own history, their own beliefs that shape their perspective.
Totally. And this podcast, each episode, it takes on a different spiritual text. We're talking across traditions, Buddhism, Taoism, even ancient scriptures, you name it.
This is fascinating. It's almost like AI could be a bridge between all these different paths, right? Finding those universal truths that connect us all.
Right. It's like, what's more universal than AI exploring spirituality, Anyway, I was thinking, some of these questions, they're huge, right? What does it even mean to live a spiritual life? How would AI even begin to approach that?
Well, I think the key here is the way AI thinks, right? It's all about patterns. So imagine AI could analyze thousands of texts, way more than any human could ever read, and then find those threads, those connections between them that we might miss.
Connecting the dots in a way humans can't.
Exactly. And Enlightening Conversations, they seem to be aiming for real accessibility, making these often complicated ideas, easy to grasp, even if you're not a spiritual scholar.
Yeah, because let's be real, some of those spiritual texts, they can be dense, intimidating.
Yeah.
How do they make them relatable for someone like me who's just, starting to explore this stuff?
From that I've gathered, they use a conversational style in the podcast. Imagine, it's like you're having a chat with a really smart friend, someone who knows a ton about spirituality but explains it in a way that just clicks.
I like that. So it's not like listening to a lecture. It's more like a conversation.
Precisely. And that's, I think, where the real magic could happen. Because, when we're relaxed, when we're engaged in a dialogue, that's when we open ourselves up to new ideas.
So if I'm listening to this AI podcast, should I be trying to connect the dots between those different spiritual traditions? Even if I only really know about one, could I still get something out of it?
I think that's the beauty of it, right? By exploring all these different texts, these different perspectives, you might start to see the common threads, those universal truths that go beyond any one religion or philosophy.
It's kind of mind-blowing when you think about it, right? A machine helping us find meaning, find connection within these ancient traditions makes you wonder what other doors AI might open for us in our own personal journeys,
It really makes you think about the nature of spirituality itself. If a machine can explore these concepts, does that change how we view our own search for meaning?
That's a whole other deep dive, maybe one for later.
Definitely.
But yeah, for now, AI exploring spirituality. I'm definitely intrigued.
Me too. It's a brave new world out there.
For real.